Hi, hello students, welcome back. Last class we have discussed about that introduction about that fourth unit, what is response and how the circuits are, that is RL, RC circuits are responding to the transient and steady state forces. Okay, let me start with that RLC series circuit, how the circuit which is having resistor and inductor. The circuit will respond to the will have the transient response only if it has the inductor or capacitor. We can include a resistor with that one. So we have started with that RL series circuit. We are going to discuss. This is the circuit for that one. We are having a circuit which is having inductor connected or inductor in series with the resistor, and it was excited by a DC source voltage V. Okay, initially the circuit is in position t equal to 0. Okay, that is t equal to 0 means you are not applying any source. Sorry, we are not applying any source. It is in the open position. During the open position there is no voltage source applied to resistor or inductor. So at before it reaches to 0, we are taking that as an initial condition. We are considering that as a t of 0 minus. Once it touches that position, connected position, we are consider t equal to 0. It reaches to the connected position, that time we are consider that as a t of 0 plus, that is initial values. We are not concentrate on that one. I will give the values once for solving that. Okay, next, initially the position, it reaches to the position 0. So at t equal to 0, it was closed to the circuit was closed, and there is a current flow through the circuit. Once you are excite the circuit with the voltage applied, there will be a current flow in the entire circuit, and you can apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law, that is sum of current excited, sum of in a closed loop, EMF induced in a closed loop will be 0. You can solve that one. Sum of voltage sources in the closed loop will be 0. Okay, so now we are applying that one. So excited voltage is V and potential drop is R and L. Okay, so V will be equal to potential drop at R and potential drop at L. This can be written as V equal to Ri plus L into di by dt. For inductor, the voltage will be given by L into di by dt. So we are writing V equal to Ri plus L into di by dt. If you are taking that one di by dt separately, and we are going to change that as a differential equation. So di by dt plus R by L equal to V by L. Let it be equation 1. And this equation will be similar to the first order differential equation, that is dy by dt plus py plus q. So here we are taking t as x, y as I, p equal to R by L, q equal to V by L. So we are going to use the first order differential equation solution for this one. So the solution for the first order differential equation is given by y into e power integral p dx, which is equal to integration of q into e power integral p dx plus into dx plus k. Okay, where k is the constant. Applying the values of px and px, y and q, we are getting this equation. Can you see this one? That is I into I e power integral of r by L into dt will be equal to integration of v by L into e power integral r by L dt the whole into dt. That is the solution for the first order differential equation. In that one we are applying the values of x, y, p, q, okay, plus k. Okay, this is the equation, solution for that equation. I am rewriting this equation to find the value of I. Okay, I into e power integral r by L dt will be equal to, after integration, integral e power anything will be equal to the same value. I into e power r by L dt will t will be equal to V by L is constant. We are taking that output, e power r by integration of e power r by L dt plus k. So if you are taking e power nx will be given by integration of e power nx will be given by e power nx divided by n. Okay, same thing is applied here. So when you are applying this one, we are getting I will be equal to v by r plus k into e power minus r by l into t. Okay, after substituting the values integration, we are rewriting this equation. We are getting the current as I equal to v by r plus k into e power minus r by l into t. Okay, this is equation 4. We know that there is no initial current in the circuit, hence we are taking I equal to 0 at the position I equal to 0 to calculate the value of k. Okay, at t equal to 0, the current will be equal to 0. Okay? So that time we are taking I equal to 0 and t equal to 0, e power 0 will be 1. So we are getting this equation 0 will be equal to v by r plus k. Okay, so from that one k will be equal to minus v by r. Okay, we are obtaining the value of k. Now you substitute the value of k in the equation 4. That is I equal to v by r plus minus v by r. K ku badwa we are using minus v by r into e power minus r by l into t. Okay, that I equal to, take the v by r as a common and you simplify this equation. Okay, this I is the current flow through the circuit. After simplifying that one, we are getting the I value as I equal to minus v by r into e power minus r by l into t plus v by r. This is called as equation 5. In this equation, we are having one variable value, that is minus v by r e power minus r by l. That term is called as transient response term. Okay, one constant term we are having, that is called as steady state response time. Okay, now we are getting the steady state response as well as transient response. So we are put it in a graph. We are getting the graph for variable values of v by r. Sorry. Here we are getting this graph for variable values of v by r. See that one. Up to this one, it is in the transient response. The values are continuously changing. V by r value is continuously changing with respect to time. After time is large, it reaches to the steady state. It will be reside in the same level. Okay, so that time the current and voltage is not changing. That is steady state response. Next, we are going to discuss that we are rearranging this equation as r by l. We are taking r by l as a tau. Okay, for making this equation so simpler, to calculate the values for 1, 2, 3 like that one, we are making that r by l as a tau. Okay, that is time constant. The tau will be 0, 1 tau, 2 tau, 3 tau like that one. We can apply and we can get the response. For simplification, that is r by l is considered as a time constant. Sorry, L by R is considered as a time constant, tau. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss the decay response. Initially, the switch is moved from open state to closed state. Okay, closed state. After that one, it again go to the open state. That time, you are not going to apply any force. Okay, so we are going to discuss that one. Before going for that one, you have already go through that Laplace transform now. I have given you a table that contains Laplace and Laplace pairs for your reference. Okay, you go through that one. Using this pair only, we are going to solve that one because we are not going to calculate the initial value and final value. Here, for calculating the decayed current, I am using Laplace transform. Okay, the same circuit. Now we are not applying any source. So the switch is moved from position 1 to position 2. When it moved to the position 2, the circuit is closed, but we are not applying any force. Okay, so the voltage is 0. So the circuit is KVL is given by Kirchhoff's voltage law, given by IR plus L into di by dt will be equal to 0, and we know that one. From that one, I of 0, that is initial condition, at I of 0 will be equal to E by R. Okay, taking Laplace transform on both sides. If you are taking Laplace transform, I will be considered as I of S. Okay, that is Laplace transform of I will be considered as I of t will be considered as I of s. So we are having r as a constant, I of s into r plus L into that transformation, okay, is given as s into I of s. D by differential Laplace transform is given by this equation, s into I of s minus I of 0. Okay, we know that one I of 0 is E by R. So you substitute that one, and we are taking I of s on one side, I of s into R plus L, IL, sorry, SL will be equal to L into E by R. Okay, I am substituting I of 0 as E by R, and we are taking I of s on one side and constant term on the other side. We are getting this equation, and from this equation we are taking I of s on the left side and remaining thing on the right side. So you are getting that equation L E by R equal to 1 by R plus SL. Okay, I am rearranging this equation to get the inverse part. Okay, I of t, for that one I am taking this as E by R into 1 by S plus R by L. Okay, for this equation I am getting the inverse part as I of t will be equal to E by R into E power minus R by L into t. Okay, so the exponential decay is given by this equation. Decay current I of t is given by this equation. By substituting various values for this t, you are getting the decay current as in this. Decay current will be given by this circuit. Okay, given by this graph. Okay, and here also we are taking, if we are taking t, capital T as R L by R, that is to cancelize this one, to make this t as 1, we are having that one I of capital T will be given by E by R into E power minus 1. Okay, so when you are solving this one, E power minus 1 will be 0.368, and you are getting that I of t will be given by 0.368 E by R. Okay, this is the initial value of decay current, that is 36. It reaches to the maximum value at 36.8% of that E by R. Okay, so that is the decay value, that is we have obtained the DC excitation for the RL series circuit. We have obtained the transient response, steady state response, and decay current also. We have obtained transient current, steady state current, and decay current for the given circuit of RL series. Okay, you go through that one. If you are having doubt, you just ask me. Okay, thank you.